All right, welcome guys, welcome. So again, this is Agam Dewan here, Psychiatrist, and today we are going to be on part 7, all the mental health and therapy aspects of this game, and there's so much to uncover with what like the parenting skills of between Kratos and Atreus, Kratos and Mimir's relationship, Atreus's kind of rebellion, and how he's doing stuff behind Kratos' back. So it's tons and tons to cover here, and we're breaking all of it down. So right now, where we're at in the game is we have just rescued Tyr, and Atreus is not too thrilled how Tyr turned out. So he's going to find Freya. He's going to find the world serpent and then Freya. So that's where we are at right now. So yeah, follow me on TikTok. This as AD Psych Doc or AD Psych Coach for all these short clips associated with it, and you can also see all the YouTube shorts as well too. And if you check Twitch, you'll be able to tune in live whenever I'm streaming. So without further ado, let's begin.
Okay. Caught a whiff of something awful near the Helheim Tower. Remember how to get there?
Yep, just past the Oarsman. But that's what makes you think Jormungandr's nearby?
I know what I smelled.
Okay, well, a lot's kinda happened, and I need answers.
Damn, look at Midgard. I've never... It's crazy how snowy it is. The heck, Silver Doe. What the fuck is this? Some energy shield?
A chest.
Not so easy, huh?
Shut up!
That's a nice little touch, just showing Atreus' difficulty compared to Kratos.
Well, it's not gonna blow itself up. So, what's been going on?
So, Father said I cast a spell when Fenrir died, but I don't know what he's talking about.
Accidental magic? That is disquieting. Oh, lift's broken. I'll fix it later.
Accidental magic's not all. I sort of turned into a bear.
A bear?
Including the slaughter.
Yeah, but I lost control. Frey knows magic better than anyone. She could help me.
But not giant magic.
Fine. We'll do it your way then, Sin. A huge venomous snake seems much safer.
It's... Shoot the barrel. It's got soundstone on it too.
Yo,
Yes! Feels good, right?
it's great, Sindri.
See, we've commented on this much before, but what Atreus does really well is give compliments and give acknowledgement when acknowledgement is due. Like just right there, Sindri made those sonic arrows, that sonic attachment. So the fact that Atreus is using it and liking it, just him expressing that enjoyment of it just deepens the relationship that Atreus and Sindri has. You can tell just from their adventure how much they trust each other. And Atreus does a really good job of fostering that relationship and makes Sindri want to help him as opposed to feeling forced to help him. What happened to those things I broke, though? That barrel.
We're blocked. How'd the Arm of Tyr statue end up here?
Find a way through, and I'll tell you.
I'm on it.
Huh. Looks dwarven.
Looks like there's something hidden by the horsemen. If only I had a way to burn this.
Yes. If only your father were here.
That's not what I said. No way I'm lifting that. Maybe with some help.
Bro, you could totally crawl underneath that.
Who knows where it's been? It is sound stone, but the path's still blocked. I don't see any more on this side.
Hold on. Let me look around. Maybe I need a different angle. So, Tyr's arm.
Blood payment. And, well, he got it.
Wow, great story.
Anyway, is that likely to happen again? Sudden, uncontrolled bear rampage?
Beats me. We've got company. Got my back?
They're literally made of filth. I'm not touching...
Who said you need to touch them?
I like the way you think. Okay, here goes nothing!
I really do wonder if Sindri has OCD. Just the amount of comments he makes about anything dirty, like literally anything. It really reminds me of someone who's has such an obsession with staying clean and keeping themselves absolutely clean from anything. And we've seen how he reacts when he does get dirty, right? Like he has to do everything he can to make sure he stays clean. And he spends, sounds like, a lot of his waking day thinking about cleanliness and germs. So I really do wonder if he has it and where this will go in the story, if it's going to have any significance.
That's some quality craftsmanship!
Oh, sick.
Okay, right. I'll just take this, you dirty pile of rocks. Ah, don't touch me!
Wow, Sindri, harsh words. I'm sure he'll recover.
You want my help or not?
All right.
No. I ain't got no freaking blades of chaos right now. You sit next to me.
That's some quality craftsmanship.
A little help would be nice.
Okay, right. I'll just take this, you dirty pile of rocks. Don't touch
No.
me. Atreus! No. No!
I love the care in Sindri's voice too.
That's some quality craftsmanship.
A little help would be nice.
Okay, right. I'll just... Take this, you dirty pile of rocks. Don't touch me.
Wow, Sindri. Harsh words. Not sure he'll recover.
Talking smack.
All right.
That might be the first time we've heard Atreus ever say something mean. Obviously in a joking way, but something mean. And again, just shows the depth of relationship that him and Sindri have developed behind the scenes. Like, there is truly a deep level of care that these two have. So I'm seeing this.
You think this stuff grows on trees?
Ooh. Sick finish, Atreus. Is that it?
Thanks for sacrificing so many objects from your bag of tricks.
Well, you clearly need the help.
Oh, whatever. Shoot. I think the lift switch is broken. You can fix it, can't you? Or does your brother have all the talent after all?
Depends. Is your father all the muscle?
If I say yes, you realize you're confirming Brock has all the talent?
That right there again just shows the depth of relationship that Atreus and Sindri have, right? They're both able to talk shit to each other, but at the same time, none of them gets offended by it. So it's really nice to see that, and in real life cultivate when you know you are able to do this. You've cultivated a good relationship when you can have this kind of banter back and forth, and it's harder to find than you might think. So I think having the ability to be able to have banter back and forth like this without the other person getting offended is a sign that you have a good friendship.
There! Let's get going.
Why are you worrying so much today?
I just need to look out for the people I care about. Keeps bad things from happening to them.
Freya wouldn't kill me. And Jormungandr's probably not even there. Besides, he likes me. He's only eaten me once.
I had conveniently scrubbed that from my memory.
Well, we're here.
Atreus does bring up a good point in that Sindri is always anxious, and a lot of anxious people actually do this where they feel that their anxiety, their worrying, will prevent other people from getting into harm. This is very, very common, and anxiety is good because it protects us, and it can protect our loved ones, but up to a limit where too much of it can become detrimental to you and detrimental to the people around you, because it makes people less likely to want to hang around you and spend time with you, and thus paradoxically your anxiety is driving them away and more likely to get them hurt than if you weren't so anxious in the first place. And we see this a lot with Sindri. I see that he has chronic anxiety very obviously, and part of his growth journey, I think, is going to be developing self-confidence and learning how to act despite the anxiety.
Told you he's gone.
Well, have you tried calling him?
Blowing the horn's the first thing we tried.
I'm not talking about the horn. That's not weird at all. Shh.
He definitely was just grabbing Atreus' leg there.
What is that? That's all you're gonna say? Well, don't let us keep you up or anything.
Good talk.
Ironwood. What do you think it means?
Means we should have stayed home. Let's head back.
For some reason that I did not expect Sindri to get this upset, and we know this can happen in with chronic anxiety, that it can make you very irritable. And what I am guessing here is that Sindri was very, very afraid of this world serpent, of course contributed by his chronic anxiety, and rather than face up to that fear and acknowledge that fear, he's choosing instead to get upset at Atreus and just say, let's head home. Whereas clearly Atreus does not want to. So this is I suspect it's going to cause some rift between them, because now they have differing goals, and Sindri isn't really kind of fessing up to how he's feeling or what's making him act this way.
Door's frozen. Maybe I can...
Would you just let me do it?
What are you gonna do?
So what was your plan anyway? Just stroll up to the old Valkyrie Council circle and hope Freya's in a good mood?
Well, now that I know where she is, yeah, exactly what I'm gonna do.
Fuck. Don't tell Brock I cursed. He's unbearable when he's smug.
Look, Baldur tried to kill her. We had no choice.
I'm not sure she sees it that way.
Well, I'm not gonna ask her. Besides, they were your arrows.
You're absolutely right, which is exactly why I'm recommending we don't do this.
The Alpha! The Alpha!
I like that it takes Atreus longer.
Well, that's quite enough excitement for one day.
No way. We're so close.
Oh dear. Maybe this is a sign.
Don't be a baby. I'll catch you. Promise not to drop you this time.
Yeah, just jump, bro.
Fine. Just step between the realms then.
You know it doesn't work that way. Though sweet Bessel, I wish it did.
See? Was that so bad?
I sincerely
Oh,
hope you never have to
that's
do it again,
cute.
if that's what you're asking. My shop! Well, if I can't stop you, then this is as far as I go. I'm gonna stay and fix this.
Suit yourself.
See, right there, he made up some excuse to hide his fear that he doesn't want to go, he doesn't want to face Freya, and he made up some excuse about his shop. Now, I'm sure that Sindri probably feels the dirtiness of his shop and being destroyed a little more than, let's say, Brock would. But it is ultimately still an excuse, and he's not able to fully acknowledge to Atreus that, hey, I don't want to go because I am scared of Freya, I'm scared what's going to happen, I'm scared she's going to hurt us. And I think they would have a more open relationship, and I think Atreus would respect him a little more if he would do that.
I don't think I can break this. Need to find another way around.
You sure you want to go in there wearing the very arrow tip that killed her son?
I'll hide it under my shirt. And besides, it's a reminder to be better.
You need a murder weapon to be a better person?
It makes me feel brave, okay? Is that such a bad thing?
When it leads you to believe you can convince Freya of anything, yes, it is.
I have to try.
I think that's what makes Atreus such an endearing character, is that he always believes the best in people. And this is related to youth idealism and youth optimism. Obviously, Kratos does not feel the same way that Atreus does. And he wouldn't for most people. But Atreus' idealism, of course, could easily get him killed. But at the same time, it could be what turns things around them, too. And in the real world, it's a question, are we too idealistic or we're too pessimistic? I would argue that as a whole, we are too pessimistic. So I think that we all could learn a little bit from Atreus's idealism, even though it might be a little childlike.
Are you sure this is a good idea? You haven't got a plan.
Brock says some people run better on chaos. I think he's right.
What makes you think that applies here? This is life and death.
And this is Ragnarok. We can't just do nothing, and we're out of options.
Living is an option.
Which way to the council? As long as I go up and forward, I think I'll get there eventually. Yeah, sounds right.
That took way too long to hit him.
All right, more soundstone.
I'm guessing Atreus gets fire arrows too.
That takes care of that.
Damn, that bow is like a freaking sword.
If Father could see me now, he would lose it. I wouldn't have to hide things if he'd just trust me.
How can I trust you if you lie?
Actually, that's a good point.
See, this is exactly what I've been saying before, is that Atreus doesn't trust Kratos. He can't tell him fully these things because Kratos doesn't fully trust Atreus. He doesn't recognize Atreus is growing up, and he is going to try to rebel and find his own way of doing things. And so if Kratos was more understanding of that, then Kratos would likely be here in this situation with Atreus, be able to guide him and protect him. But instead, Atreus feels like he has to do this dangerous task where he could die alone because Kratos doesn't have that trust in him. So that's what I'm saying. Teens will always do what they kind of want to do. And so it's up to you as the parent to be able to let them grow and make mistakes, but at the same time, provide them that security, that safety net. So should anything go wrong, you're there to help them. You're there to help them get through it.
Maybe if you listen to me.
Could I not say the same?
Well, where do you think I learned it from?
And this is what the good thing about Atreus is, that Atreus has the empathy to see it from both sides. He sees how he sees the reason why Kratos doesn't trust him fully, but he also has his own perspective too. So I think his empathy is easily Atreus's best skill, and I think it's something that we all could learn from. Recognizing how another person's feeling and why they might be saying or doing what they do. Oh crap. Stay down, bitch. No. Also, welcome, welcome. Die, bitch. Nope. 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 Oh my god. Oh, whoops. Nope. Damn, I almost died there.
Wonder what Mom would do.
Oh, I'm
Why don't
always
you
in
trust
gamer
her?
mode.
Why won't you tell me?
Always. Gamer mode, analyst mode, working mode. This is great because I get to play games and I tell myself I'm working too. Also, happy Thanksgiving. So right now where we're at, in case, I don't know if you've played the game or not, but we are trying to find Freya. That's our goal. Kratos doesn't think that we need to find her, but Atreus feels like we need her. Because Ragnarok is coming and she can be an ally against Odin, her ex-husband. Ooh, random deer. It's Aaron. I have not played. It is where. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, remind me to show you my TikTok channel too. I have a second one for gaming. Nope, see ya.
Guess I'm going the right way. Really wish I had a compass.
Nice kill. Of course. Dude, this game's got combos for days. Like, there's so many different combinations that you can do. Not so much with Atreus, but with Kratos, especially combining the barehanded, his Leviathan axe, and like the Blades of Chaos, because you can switch between them on the fly. So you can do a strategy where like you get them heated up with the blades and you cool them off with the the axe and you go back and forth, and it stacks damage that way. Oh. The first one is so good. And you don't even have to play the previous one. Like, I barely played any of the previous ones. And you don't have to. You can pick up, like, you can watch like a 10-minute YouTube video and it summarizes it for you. I'm sure it's dirt cheap now too. Probably like $10 or something. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Alright, we back. Let's do this. That was a hard combat scene. Let's get out of the line of fire. Oh. Get dunked on. Nope. Easy pickings.
I got this, right? Yeah, I got it.
No,
Freya shouldn't
sir.
be much farther now. Just need to look out for that big door.
Oh, did I miss that treasure chest?
careful.
Is that you up there?
Hello down there.
Hey! Come to your senses yet?
Yes. I mean, I'm not changing my mind.
Ha! You do have doubts.
You never do? Better than having regrets.
I'm not sure I agree with that, but by all means, keep going and you might find those too.
See here, Atreus makes a really good point. Better than having regrets. If there's studies and stuff that are done on people on their deathbed, they ask them questions, and they always say that they regret the things that they didn't do rather than the things that they did do. And so we know that Sindri is plagued with all this anxiety that he has that prevents him from doing anything pretty much. And we know Atreus was like this too, of course, last game, but now he's really coming into his own and he's really developing himself. And because of this, he's able to have a lot more experiences and opportunities, and he's a lot braver as a result than he was. And so I think that's a journey that Sindri's going to have to come to, is eventually work through his anxiety and be able to do the same things that Brock is able to, that Kratos and Atreus and everyone around him is able to do. And again, just like real life, we all have anxiety. So what matters is how you're able to move past it. That's the important thing. Now
Just be
where do
sure
I
to
go?
scream if she starts killing you.
Thanks. I feel so much better now.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Magically save me?
Yep, that's the door.
Oh, that's where I came from.
Hey, Freya. What? Can't I pay an old friend a visit? Nothing wrong with that, right? I mean, just because I'm responsible for the death of your son doesn't mean... Okay, yeah. Should probably avoid mentioning that. Is that Freya? Am I wearing this around my neck? The arrow tip that killed your son? That's a great question. I'm so dead.
Okay, this level of talk right before you're able to, or you go do something, is very normal. Like before you do a presentation, or go up on stage, or go on a date, or propose to your girlfriend or boyfriend, this level of anxiety is definitely normal. But the key is that recognizing that it's there, but at the same time choosing to act, choosing to move past this anxiety that you have, because ultimately it's the actions that you take that give you the results that you want in life. Thinking about things doesn't make it so unless you do something about it. So here Atreus is choosing to move past all of his anxiety, for which he has legitimate reason to. He's going to a woman whose son he helped kill. So if anyone should be nervous and anxious, it's Atreus.
Here goes nothing.
She's sharpening her blade.
Freya!
You should have stayed with Sindri.
Wait! Stop!
Your father. Where is he?
Not here!
He sent you?
No! He doesn't know!
You shouldn't have come. He took my son. What makes you think I won't do the same?
You're better than this.
Should have put it in your pocket, bro.
You would stake your life on it? What do you know of me?
I know you haven't killed me yet. So while you're thinking it over, why don't you let me go and I can tell you why I came?
You mean to plead for your father, save your breath. His fate is sealed.
But you know who's to blame for everything.
I cannot get to Odin. Nor do I need to. Ragnarok will take him.
Yeah? Well, what if I told you that he came to Midgard? He came to us. Offered peace if we don't move against him. Claims Ragnarok's already been averted.
He lies.
Maybe. But if you know Groa's prophecy, you know it depends on an army of giants.
The giants wait for war in Jotunheim.
No. I've been there. There is no giant army. There are no giants at all. Just me.
You.
In Jotunheim, we learn the truth. My mother was the last guardian of our people in Midgard. And that's not all. The giants have prophecies about me. They know me as Loki. I think maybe I'm supposed to help stop Odin, somehow. But since all the giants are dead and you won't fight Odin, then he'd already won. Why aren't we working together? Now that you can fight again!
I am far from whole.
Okay. Okay. But we found Tyr. Maybe if you spoke to him...
Tyr's alive?
Yeah. We broke him out of Svartalfheim.
Impossible. The 9 realms are closed to all.
No. We opened up the way. We just don't know where to go next. But if we all band together...
Enough. Enough! Leave this place. Go and do not return. Go before I change my mind. Do not expect the same mercy for your father.
Something to really comment on there was that Freya made a comment saying that I am not whole again. And of course she's referring to her son's death, witnessing her son's death by Kratos. And that's the thing with trauma, is that oftentimes to heal from it, because this is more than just standard grief, it requires extensive processing, and every person processes it in their own way, and every person has their own time that it takes to process. And with Freya's quest for revenge and her feeling that killing Kratos is the only way that will free her, then it's not letting her truly move on, because the ultimate way to move on from trauma, or one of them, is forgiveness. You have to mentally forgive the oppressor or the person who inflicted the trauma, not for their sake, but for your sake, so that way you can move on from the hurt that you've experienced. There's that saying where hate only poisons the person who has it, something like that. And I think that's especially true here. So until Freya is able to understand, of course, not logically but emotionally, why Kratos did what he did, and forgive him and accept the passing of her son, then that's when she'll be able to truly move on. And we can see her acting out traumatically, right? Like, she's acting very irrationally, she's very irritable. It's easy for her to get agitated and physically upset and lash out angrily just from very little things, and that's all part of a trauma response, and once she has to learn how to work through it before she can heal.
Okay, so I'm not dead. I didn't get any answers. So this all might have just been a very big waste of time. Which I will never, ever admit to Sindri.
So the way to really facilitate open and honest relationships is to share vulnerabilities and share, of course, when you were right, but also, most especially, if you were wrong too. So in this case, Atreus saying that he will never, never admit that to Sindri will automatically create this wedge between them and won't allow their connection to grow deeper. And he thinks, of course, that Sindri will laugh at him and judge him, but in reality, Sindri's got his whole host of anxieties, and he's probably barely even thinking about Atreus because he's so wrapped up in his own anxiety. And again, this is how it is in real life too. We're often scared to tell someone things or show someone our things that we're struggling with, when in reality, the other person is barely going to acknowledge them, and because they're so wrapped up in their own insecurities. And I think that's a blessing. If you remember that no one cares, then some people can view it pessimistically, but I think you can view it optimistically too, that if no one cares, then you're free to do whatever you want because nobody cares.
Good thing I like climbing.
Thank Amir. You're all right. How did it go? I was starting to think...
Sindri, I told you I could handle it. But I don't think she's gonna help us.
Hey, dog, I thought you were fixing your shop.
Where's your necklace?
Huh? Oh! I was thinking and I, got rid of it.
She took it, didn't she? Today was your lucky day. So, tell me, how did it feel to run on chaos?
There goes his shop.
Just fix that!
Oh, come on, that's a cheap shot.
I've still got my bag of tricks. If you need me, I'll be standing back here.
No! God damn it.
I just fixed that! You think this stuff grows on trees? Yep! Nightmares! I'm gonna be sick!
Oh my god.
Atreus! Get up, Atreus!
Dude, I need a resurrection stone. Shit. Come on, at least Sindri could have one of those.
I just fixed that! Ouch! You're not bleeding heavily, are you? Nightmares! I'm gonna be sick! Patient! I'll repair it later. Let's get out of here before something else tries to kill us.
Yeah, good idea.
Hate to bring it up, but are we telling your dad about this? Since you've come clean and all.
No
Absolutely
way.
not.
He'd kill you.
Right. Well, speaking of coming clean, I need your opinion on something. Something I've kept from my brother for a long time.
He's gay.
I'll tell you on the way back. Come on.
He's gay.
Oh.
Did they ever quit?
Seriously. Oh, come on.
Atreus, no!
Did they ever quit?
He's just got these random bombs in his bag.
Okay, back to Alpine Tower. You were saying?
Long before you were born, there was an accident at the forge. Brock died. I couldn't accept it. I went to the Lake of Souls in Alfheim to steal him back. Legions of souls tried to stop me. I can still feel them crawling all over my skin. Thing is, I could only get 3 of his 4 soul parts back.
Sindri.
Brock just thought he got knocked out. I've been lying to him ever since. It's been eating at me lately.
You have to tell him. He has a right to know.
When the time is right. As should you with your father.
That's not the same thing.
That was just a really profound thing that Sindri shared. And what we can see here is the amount of guilt Sindri must have had for years and years, just kind of eating at him. And so all those times that Brock is talking trash to him and Sindri responds half-heartedly, well, he's probably scared that he might lose his brother again if he says the wrong thing and drives him away. I'm sure that's a big part of his anxiety too. And also, I'm sure his anxiety, like, when you keep stuff kind of bottled up inside like that, then it manifests itself. And so for him, having like all this anxiety all the time, I'm sure a big part of it is due to really overthinking about this secret that he's been keeping. So like just like in real life, the longer you keep a secret, the worse it is when it comes out. So always the best practice is get it out. If you have something that you want to tell someone, or you feel like someone wants to know, just get it out immediately and say it as directly as possible. Trust in the other person's ability to handle it, however they do handle it, and give them the time that they need to process.
Really? Now?
Oh my god, he's got literal bombs in that
You did a
thing.
good thing. You saved Brock's life. I caused trouble.
No. I made a choice. One that wasn't mine to make.
What do you mean? A choice?
I couldn't be alone. The other dwarves, when they saw him, they shunned us. So we left. Made our own home.
Well, you can't change the past, but it doesn't have to be who you are. Let's go home before Father wakes up.
That might be the best idea you've had all night. Trey.
Trey?
It's an... Shut up.
Atreus just said something very profound there. Just because your past has happened, it does not change who you are, or it does not have to mean your future. What happens is that in the past, whatever happens, we tend to hold on to certain narratives, certain stories, especially if when we were young and things happen. So let's say that you were a terrible athlete growing up, and you always got picked last for sports teams, and you couldn't, no one wanted to play sports with you in PE class because you were bad. And so you can go into your adult life thinking that, okay, you're a bad athlete, you can't do anything. And with that not even having to even be true as an adult, like you could play athletic games maybe just fine. You could go to the gym and work out. You could train and get better. But if you believe that story that you're not an athlete, then you'll go into adult life not even trying anything. Whereas the guy who played sports growing up, he may not have even been good, but if he viewed himself as an athlete, it's a lot easier for him to do athletic things as an adult. So again, the whole point is that your past doesn't have to define your future. Whatever story you may have told yourself in the past, you have the option of deciding if you want to keep telling yourself that story in the future, because it's ultimately the stories we tell ourselves make up our identity, and our identity determines the choices that we make. So you change the story, you change your identity, and then you change your choices, and then you change your future.
So I'm not allowed to give you a nickname?
Is that what that was?
Whatever, Loke. Nope, that was worse. Ugh, and I heard it when I said it. All right. Shall we?
After Tyr was such a failure, just wanted
Now,
to...
hang on, little Jotun. Tyr may not be everything you expected, but a failure? You saved him from a terrible fate. That's not nothing. And hey, maybe he'll be some help to us yet.
Maybe. But Father's not gonna go along with this forever. He's probably already got our next hiding place all picked out.
Well, let's not make it worse by getting caught. When we get there, I'll cover our tracks at the gateway and slip around back, and you just act natural, but quickly.
This again really speaks to how setting expectations, especially too high expectations, can disappoint us in the long run. So Atreus says that Tyr was a failure. He had built up Tyr as this huge figure in his mind, and when Tyr was a broken man from years and years of prison who wasn't interested in fighting anymore, Atreus now immediately went from one extreme to being like his greatest hope to now his other extreme of now he's a complete failure. And that's what we call catastrophizing, where you always work in the extremes instead of at the grays. And it's good that Sindri was here to remind him, hey, Tyr wasn't necessarily a failure. Let's give him some time. And also just remember that a person's worth isn't from what use they can give you. Just remember that a person's worth doesn't come from what use they can give you.
Go.
Oh, Kratos knows 100%.
That is not the risk that concerns me. Do we trust the path they would put us on?
I trust their wisdom, and this is the closest thing to hearing directly from them.
You are certain the Giants would not counsel war?
I said that they were wise. In my experience, that goes with being peaceful.
Oh, little brother. Told you we needn't worry.
Atreus, where have you been?
Peeing?
Hope you're all hungry.
I could eat.
Is everyone as well rested as I am? Be right down.
Is this sausage?
Sure. Why not?
I remember food tasting better.
I suppose you'd like to try cooking for this lot.
I accept.
What?
Atreus, we are planning our next move.
Oh, so where are we going?
Alfheim. Home with the elves.
Alfheim? You hate Alfheim. Why would we move there?
Move there. Information.
The Shrine of Groa, young one. Your father tells me you found it there.
Groa? The Knowledge Keeper? Oh, maybe there's a secret there I can unlock.
Aye. Who better than the seer who saw everything?
I wasn't sure you, Never mind.
That's great. Alfheim.
Hey, don't go forgetting this what'll get you there.
You know what? I'm gonna build a bigger table.
More for me.
Tyr, you're really up for coming with us?
I am. Whenever you're ready. Well, whenever your father's ready, I should say. If my counsel might help you towards the answers you seek, it's the least I can do to repay you. Plus, I think it will do me well to see the light of Alfheim again.
That elf light is some good shit.
So, where'd this plan come from?
Oh, from Mimir, of course. I was merely asking how you found me, and he explained the secret prophecies inside the Jotnar shrines. Fascinating.
From there, we set to taking stock of which shrines we'd seen, at which point your father recalled finding Groas outside the Temple of Light. And now that we can actually go to Alfheim, the prudent course of action became self-evident.
Nary a lost step for the world's smartest man. Even without feet, if you'll forgive the levity. I was always fond of our talks, you know?
Aye. And it's good to see you a free man again, old friend.
And thanks to you as well, Brock. These clothes do better than I deserve.
Darn straight. And never mind what Brock had to trade the landlord to get that Yggdrasil seed for you.
The landlord?
He's not the landlord.
Okay.
Something really interesting to see here is how much more motivated Tyr is seeming than he was when he first came out. Because what's happening, right? He's around people who want to be around him. One, now he also has direction. He's got some kind of purpose or some kind of goal to strive for. And those two things can do wonders of getting a person out of a depressed or traumatized state. It can start to make them feel like they have value again. And we can already see this happening with Tyr. But of course, Tyr still has a lot of self-defeating type of remarks that we notice there. And this, unfortunately, is very common in a traumatized person, and they can really view themselves and the world incredibly negatively. And that's going to take some time to break out of that thought process and have him slowly start becoming the person that he used to be.
Thank you.
He really did it. Tyr really slept in my broom closet. Is that normal for you tall, godly sorts? Or just the ones locked up for a lifetime or two?
The fact that Tyr slept in that broom closet really speaks to the nature of how trauma can just break a person. It can make you feel that you're deserving of so much less. And to see a former god, the former god of war, get downgraded to such a level, it really shows you the impact that long-standing trauma can have. And there's a phenomenon in psychology called learned helplessness, where you feel like nothing that you will do will get any better, so why even bother trying? And you can all start to feel that you deserve whatever is going on. So I'm sure some part of Tyr feels that he deserves all that's happening, and that's all that he's good for. He's only good enough for a broom closet now. So it's going to take some healing for him to be able to get back.
I'm here for you.
Ready when you are, Father. Anything to do before we head out?
So on that note, I think that was enough for today. So we accomplished quite a bit today. What we were able to do was we ventured out without Kratos or Mimir knowing, snuck up behind them, spoke to the world serpent, spoke to Freya, got to see the state that she's in without when she's not trying to hurt Kratos, and obviously she's still mourning, she's still suffering. And now we've come back and are about to embark on our next adventure with Tyr to find the giant shrine that's in Elfheim. So hopefully we learned something from that, and yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you next time.
Ready to go?